Look at all your beautiful faces. There's my thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. It is so wonderful to be back with you in this beautiful town that I visit often. I come up with my family a lot, and we have the best of times and eat lots of great food and just enjoy each other's company. So it's so nice to have you here. I am blessed to be here with you, and we are blessed to be here together. When you leave here today, my hope for you is that you leave with your hearts wide open to receive the love that is in you already, God's love. If God is love, then you are love. But there's not an if. God is love, and you are love. And just take that and share that with your family, your friends, and the world. Because when you do that, we all benefit from that. Each one of us has a built-in pathway to finding peace and joy and happiness. And we are born with the spiritual ability to connect to the truth that is within us and to express that truth out. Right? So if we're here, we have that ability to express it. So first we start in and then we go out. And what happens? Makes everybody happy and they smile. Would you agree? Yes. So don't you think it's funny that our nation has claimed one day a year to celebrate love? One day. When I'm here to tell you that we celebrate love each and every day. We celebrate it because it is magnificent. It is powerful. It is palpable. You can taste it. Love is yummy. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. You know, we don't need chocolates and flowers and colognes and misguided ideas of what one day a year is supposed to be. Because what happens when we do that? Sometimes we get disappointed. Sometimes we get hurt. Other times we have a great time, right? But what we want to do, or what I encourage us to do, is to live each day with purpose, live each day coming from a place of love and kindness and joy. You know, there's always going to be turbulence in our lives. We can turn the TV on and see that every day, right? But what I know about our nation and our world is that when the chips are down, we are there supporting and loving each other. Well, I'm here today to say the chips are down every day, right? Aren't they down every day? It could be in our thoughts. It could be something that we perceive as happening outside of us. You know, the chips are down every day. And it's our job to pick those chips up and give them love, to embrace them. To embrace them and absolutely know if we are children of God and we were made in the image and likeness of God. Therefore, we are love. And our physical bodies are here to express that love outward. Emmett Fox wrote, "There is no difficulty that enough love will not conquer." Sorry, it's very emotional. By nature, I'm an empath, so I try not to turn on the TV because I feel it. I feel all of it. And so what I'm feeling right now is the love in this room. There's nothing more exciting than that. So how do we experience this type of love, right? What thoughts or feelings are stopping us for on a daily basis picking up that chip and experiencing love to the fullest? I have a couple of questions for you. Have you ever felt like someone didn't understand you? They don't get you, right? That no matter what you say to them, they just aren't listening. They're not getting you. Have you, or do you feel like you aren't being heard? Or maybe there is a loved one who feels the same way in your life today. Is there a friend that is in a relationship that you just know is not healthy? And no matter what you say to them, they can't hear you. How about looking outside of yourself and do a little retail shopping or unhealthy eating or over exercising to the point where you injure yourself, right? So when we look outside of ourselves to feel a certain way, it's looking for falseness. We're not really looking to feel anyway. We're just looking to help figure out what's going on the inside, right? And when we go outside of ourselves, we forget the absolute truth of who we are, the presence and power of God in us through our Christ nature, right? That's what we express. So our job is to go in and to find that peace and that happiness and then love. We first love ourselves, and then everybody else benefits. You know, I think the last time I was here, I was probably about 55, 60 pounds heavier than I am today. Because I was outside of myself trying to feel better on the inside. I was putting whatever in my mouth to make me feel better. And one day, well, actually, it was when the doctors told me you're borderline diabetic. I was on all these meds to counteract everything that my body wasn't responding to. And I said, okay, I'm done. And I surrendered. I said, I actually saw and looked at myself in the mirror and went, who are you? Because before, when I was looking in the mirror, I didn't see that person. I thought, you're fine. Who cares if you've gone up 4 dress sizes? You know, I mean, none of it. I was just masking it all. I forgot the absolute truth of who I am. I want you to affirm this with me, please. God is love. I am love. Together, God is love. I am love. One more time. God is love. I am love. I believe there are 3 ways. There's so many ways, but here are my 3. To experience, embrace, and motivate ourselves into experiencing the love God is, the love we are. First is to listen, right? That's a big one. What are we listening to? Are we listening to the water running? Are we listening to the stuff that goes on television? No, I invite us to go inward and listen. This is where our intuition or blind faith, if you will, kicks in. So how do we listen? We listen by being quiet. You know, even in the midst of chaos, we can get quiet and listen. Do you agree? No matter what's going on out here, we can stop, drop from our heads to our hearts, breathe in as many times as you need to stop, drop, and know the truth of who you are. In this place, it reveals everything that we need to know. We just need to listen. The love we are seeking is always within. The love we desire is always within. The love we want to share starts from within and then comes out. The love, when we're in the silence, the love we feel and experience is that Christ presence, is through that Christ presence in us, in all of us. Everybody on this planet Earth. Did I say that? Planet? Okay, planet. Planet Earth is love. And they all have the Christ presence within. We all have the Christ presence in us to express that love. So as we listen to that still small voice, love is present and the path is clear for us to see. Wouldn't you agree that love is the greatest motivator? Whether good or bad, love is the greatest motivator, right? It's energizing, it's creative, and it's the force in our lives that we are here to express. And when we express this, it gives us the opportunity to listen to those around us. It's not just about us, it's about everybody. And we get to listen unconditionally. God doesn't know condition. God knows love. In the songs and the readings and the poems on the music I was listening to on the way up here, it's God is love. That love conquers all. When we do this, when we listen to others in a loving, caring way, this is an act of love. Wouldn't you agree? Because I know that when somebody's listening to me, I'm grateful and I feel the love. Like you right now, listen to me. You don't have a choice really because you're sitting here. But I'm just saying. Well, you kind of do. You could get up and walk out. Please don't. No. Excuse me. So the second thing I believe we can do is ask. There's a concept. Ask for what, you might say. What we say, the words we say are very revealing, right? So they can reveal our innermost beliefs, our expectations. They reveal the quality of our consciousness. So if they reveal this, what can they do for us? It helps us to ask the right questions, right? To get clear about what we said or what we heard. So if we aren't understanding what we're hearing, right? So we're asking, right? If we're listening, we're getting quiet, and then we are asking. And if we don't understand what you're hearing, ask again. It doesn't say you have to say, okay, I don't understand, and then give up. You don't want to. You just want to keep moving forward. Keep asking. You get out of our heads and get into our hearts. And please get out of our heads the intellect. How many of you are intellectually wired? Right? Yes. So we want to move from our heads, the intellect, to our hearts, because we want to make sense of things. And sometimes there is no sense in any of it. Like when you turn the TV on and you see there's no sense to any of it. And we keep asking ourselves, why? And I'm asking that all we do is just turn the TV off, drop from our heads to our hearts, and know that God is, that you are. Marianne Williamson said this about Debbie Ford's book, The Right Questions. Anybody read that book before? It's a great book. Sometimes we don't get the right answers simply because we haven't asked the right questions. I love that book. So ask yourself, am I looking for what is right, or am I looking for what is wrong? This question has a power all in itself. When we look for what's good, we constantly or consciously refocus the lens of our perceptions. And when we are able to see what is good in every situation and every person, freedom, right? We don't have to worry and don't have to stress. We don't have to do anything, but we can experience freedom. So look for the answers we are seeking by meeting others right where they're at. That's what it talks about in Debbie Ford's book. Meet them right where they're at. Clarify what the truth is and what fear is. False evidence appearing real, correct? There's other ways to use that acronym too, but we're going to stick with that one. It's false. Fear is false. It has no truth to it. Because the opposite of fear is faith. And if we have faith, then we know that God's love prevails, that love is all good. The question is, make choices that are for your best self. The choices you make define your day. Do you agree? Yes, the choices we make from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep. The choices we make define our day. So I invite you to choose something that's going to make you feel good. We're talking about, listen, ask. So we're listening, we're asking, we're getting clarification and clarity. And then when we do that, the fear goes away and we make right choices, good choices, powerful choices, choices that enable others to do the same thing. And finally, there's a third part. Demonstrate. I try to find a different word than demonstrate because it just seems so blah. But the truth is, in the revealing word, it reads, the definition of demonstrate is to demonstrate truth in the effect of change of consciousness. This includes the elimination of error and the establishment of truth. Truth with a capital T, meaning truth, God, right? So demonstration is an act of, according to, I don't know where I got this from, so I can't say according to anywhere. Demonstration is an action to demonstrate. It is proving of a truth principle in one's body or affairs. The manifestation of the ideal, an ideal when it's accomplished, has been brought about by one's conformity in thought, word, and act to the creative power principle of God. I was quoting that from something, and I apologize, I didn't write down where I was quoting that from. It is up to us to illuminate our lives, illuminate our lives, right? To shine bright and to surround ourselves with people who feel and want to do the same thing. I'm telling you, if you go and hang out with people that are depressed, what's going to happen? You're going to feel depressed. If, let's say, you want to walk more each day. Well, if you're hanging out with a couch potato, the odds are good that you're not going to walk much each day, walk more each day. So we want to surround ourselves with people of like mind. And when that happens, the brightness and the light shines and shines and shines. Charles Fillmore wrote, the more we talk about love, the stronger it grows in consciousness. And if we persist in thinking loving thoughts and speaking loving words, we are sure to bring into our experience the feeling of that great love that is beyond description, the very love of God. Demonstrating is taking what you were listening, you were asking, demonstrating, is bringing it forth. So I invite you all, just demonstrate the love that you have for not only yourselves, but the love you have for the world, for your family, your friends. You know, many of you know the story of myself and my brother. Guess who moved in with me last January? Because he lost his place to live. So it's been quite a journey for me. We don't see eye to eye on many things, many things. And and I am almost every day, I'm not gonna say every day because it's not the truth. I'm reminded every day to come from a place of love, because what I want to do is rip off his head. Right? And it's wrong. It's not right. It's wrong. And sometimes I don't catch it right away. And then all of a sudden I start feeling yucky on the inside. I'm like, why? What happened to my mood? I was in a good mood. What happened to it? Oh, did you come from a place of love? Did you see him as nothing but what he is, which is a beautiful child of God? Did you see him as love? And the answer to that is no, I did not. So one last thing, I recently in February joined a ministry, an online prayer ministry, where one of the areas of our focus, it's an amazing experience, by the way, right? Amazing. One of our focuses is to live life lovingly. I would like to read this to you. I'll close with this. I am here to learn and grow, to be loving, kind, and compassionate, to realize harmony and real inner peace. I am here to be the love that I am and to live life lovingly. Love is by far the most important thing of all. Emmett Fox. So you take that, you ask, you listen, and you demonstrate the love that is you.